Hello everyone, welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the week of May 4th. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. Thank you so much for that. As well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. Also you hit the hype button, so thank you again. And the lovely comments. It truly makes my week. I love reading them. It gives me encouragement. It helps me, believe that I'm helping others. So I do truly thank you for saying so. So again, thank you very much for doing all of that for me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. 9 of Cups. So you're getting a fulfillment, a dream, something that you wanted is about to either enter your life or already has. Something that you've longed for, wanted, wished, hoped, prayed, and now it's finally arrived. And it's the fruits of your own labor. You created this. This was not given to you. This was of your own accord. And now you get to enjoy this moment. And the Knight of Swords. So definitely a trip for many of you, it looks like. And this can be an unexpected trip. It just sort of happens. People getting together, invite you, that sort of thing. There's a few people in your life that you're letting go of, and that's okay. There is all kinds of relationships that run their course. And this is one for you that you are willing now to cut the strings. Understanding that it's time for you to move away from some things in your life, people, places, and things. You're not trying to win at all costs. You've adjusted all that you can adjust. And, if it cost you a friendship, at what price were you paying to hang on to it? That sort of thing. But you definitely got your act together here for this. You're choosing your words, you're saying what's on your mind, and then you're done with it. So good for you. Yeah, see? 7 of Swords. People trying to make you do what they want you to do, like manipulate you in some way. And you're fed up, had enough. There's been betrayal, disappointments, people getting away with things, and that's trickery. They're just trying to make you feel that you owe them something, but you're quite aware of it now, or admitting to it now. So you're willing to just, walk away. You're not trying to get revenge or hurt anybody. You are just fed up. It's time to cut this out of your life and taking the proper steps for yourself. So you're definitely letting go of something, walking away to something much better for you. See, the karma. There you go. The universe giving back. Showing you the light. Go this way. Come this way. Assisting you, helping you to achieve something in your life. So this is for all that you have done for others is now returning to you. So good for you. And the universe recognizes all that you've, done. And what you've accomplished and how far you've come. So now the universe is saying, let me assist you. And the Page of Rods. So definitely new beginnings. This is a message. It sounds like it's going to be for quite some distance. Now this can be an email, text message, phone call, and it's going to be related to some sort of travel. Maybe you're trying to make some travel plans to go and visit somebody. And you were waiting on them to get back to you to say whether they were going to be home or not home, those sort of things. And you're realizing that yes, they are. So you're making plans now to travel to visit. But it's going to be a good trip. Like you're feeling more optimistic about it. And you're doing things because it's what pleases you. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're not, curbing your holiday to suit another. You're doing what you want to do, making the arrangements that you want to You know, if there's someplace there you want to go and visit or see or spend time at, you're making sure that, you know, if it's a restaurant, you're making sure it's open. And even the time frame that it is open, that sort of thing. But you're really moving in a much better direction for yourself. You're being very practical about this, but you're wanting now to take more adventures, experience the world, see what's on out there. And Hangman. Okay, so you definitely come to some conclusions this week. You know, we're pursuing something. You're learning to let go of things that don't serve you. And, you know, you're following your inner guidance. You know, you're finally looked in the mirror and the advice that you give to others so freely, you're starting to take yourself. You know, you've taken a viewpoint of different things, some of them very difficult to face, but you've done it. You know, you found your inner strength, you're changing, and you're releasing things, people, places, and things that aren't on your best interest. So good for you for recognizing where you're changing. And the Eight of Pentacles. Now, it looks like for some of you, you're doing a course of study. Now, this could be to, you know, better yourself, most definitely in the future, because that's studying for more financial independence. But this is you understanding that you're very passionate about something. Maybe you've never said it to anybody else, but you had it for yourself and you were sort of doing it on the side sort of thing, or just doing homework on it, like looking into it, reading books, whatever it was. But you're very skilled and you can stick to a task like no other. When you decide to enjoy something and getting knowledge from it, and it just helps you to feel good about what you're learning, so you're willing to learn more. Like I said, some of you are taking a course of something that you're very interested in, and it will be very lucrative for you in the future. This could be taking a course to, you know, better yourself in a job that you're in, like step into a management position, stuff like that. And you're willing to do what it takes in order to achieve. Yeah, and the Page of Pentacles. So very nice. Definitely raising the bar for yourself. Realizing you've already planted the seeds. You've wanted this. You know, this is a financial opportunity, but it takes skills that you may need to develop to get it. But you're willing to do it. So you have a drive now and a vision of where you're going to wind up when this is all over. So you're headed into it, and you're really doing most of this for financial gain. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. Definitely investing in yourself, your future, your finances. You know, you're putting money away, but you're trying to figure out where's the best place to give you the best money back, like money for your value. This is long-term view of hard work, the perseverance. You know, you've done what you want. You're getting the results back. So these are investments in all areas of your life. And you are now understanding what it is that you want to make your next step in. So you're really making an investment not only in yourself, but your future. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so looks like, you know, you're really watching your P's and Q's with your finances right now. And I certainly don't blame you. You know, you have a number in the back of your mind that makes you feel comfortable. And you're not about to go below that. You know, you've saved for a rainy day. You've been through enough. You realize, you know, what it takes in order for you to keep going, at least stress-free for a while. So you're not overspending. You're sort of hoarding your money a little bit. But you're realizing, you know, life is short. And you might want to treat yourself at least once a month. You know, go out for a coffee, you know, buy yourself a nice dinner, whatever. It doesn't have to be that you have to spend hundreds and hundreds. But you are actually keeping enough for yourself and still enjoying yourself, rewarding yourself going forward. And the Ace of Swords. So very nice. Yeah, if you were feeling stuck in any area of your life, you're clearing the air. You're letting it go. If there's somebody you need to talk to, so if this is a heart-to-heart talk, you're literally cutting through it. Like you're doing it, you're owning it, you're doing what you have to do to get your point across. If you got a problem, you're sleeping on it before you react. So you're really understanding what it takes to finish something up in your life so that you don't question whether you did it right or wrong. You have the clarity, you have the knowledge, and you're feeling inspired to take those steps in your life so that you can sleep better at night. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you were feeling stuck for a while. Holding yourself back, self-doubt, self-sabotage in some cases. And this could have been, something that was said to you or even your own disbelief in yourself that you were capable of doing something. And you're finally realizing the only way that you're going to know whether you are capable or not is to try it. So you're no longer holding yourself back with excuses and self-doubt. You're releasing that part of your life, moving into something much more secure for yourself with the understanding that you can do anything you put your mind to. You're very capable. So you are definitely stepping into something that is not only more fulfilling but rewarding. So you're definitely moving in a better position, feeling more comfortable in your own right, and not self-doubting or self-sabotaging things before they even get going. Wow, and the Ace of Wands. So definitely there's an opportunity here coming in. And it's in the, you have a lot of energy. And this can be in a new career, a new creative project. This opportunity is going to help you to realize the potential you have and how to go about it. So you're not holding back here. You got that sort of, oh, I can do that, attitude and kin. So you've healed yourself. Yeah. The Three of Swords. See, you definitely healed yourself. This could have been a bad breakup of some kind in your life. This could have happened recently or from the past for some of you, but you realize you're healing now. You can step out with more confidence into the world, to receive what's out there, the love, the welcoming. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Sometimes people, hold themselves back because of self-doubt or things that were said to them in the past. But you're releasing that. You're healing. You're opening yourself back up into receiving things much easier in your life. And the Six of Cups. Look at that. Childhood memories. You're spending a little bit of time. Maybe you ran into somebody you haven't seen. And it helps you to go down memory lane in a happy way. Maybe you said something to them way back when and they remembered it. Or perhaps this is somebody you grew up with. But you are, looking through pictures, emails, whatever it happens to be. But it puts that spark of innocence back in you. That entrepreneur attitude that you can charge ahead, you can have what you want. And for some of you is to rekindle that desire that you had a long time ago, something that you wanted to be or have. And the Wheel. Nice. Look at you go. Things are really starting to change. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, karma, life cycle, and destiny. Woohoo! This is your turning point. Things are changing. And you're ready. You've had faith in this. You've had your ups and downs, and you still hung in there, and you kept persevering, and you kept going ahead. Well, this is the universe saying, okay, now that's coming to an end. This will smooth itself out. Things will get much better for you. You're letting go of things from the past, and this will open you up to such a much more happier future for yourself. Yeah, the Death card. Definitely letting go. Understanding, things are coming to an end so that this new beginning can start. It can no longer be a spark that turns into a fire. That sort of thing. But there's change here. Transformation for you and your surroundings and people as well. This is an ending of a cycle so that this new life that you desire, this new beginning, can get started. but you're realizing you have to let go of some things from the past. You still got the knowledge. It will always be there. And then you step into this new beginning for your future. And you're okay with starting fresh. All right. Oh. There you go. You know, you're having, that's a 9 of Swords, insomnia, worry, depression, not sleeping correctly. And you're really stressing about something, or have been recently, overthinking, overanalyzing. And this may not have even happened yet, or perhaps might not happen at all. This may be just you overthinking things, you know, preparing yourself. But it's keeping you up at night, and you're realizing you need to say something, do something in order to release this so that you can get your proper rest, because your health is being affected because of this. So you're learning to deal with the issues around you so that you can set yourself free, and that in its turn will help you. All right. And your oracle card. You have what it takes. If only you believed in yourself. Taking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. And that wraps that up. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.